Cheese, glorious cheese. Cheese is what brings us here tonight. I have just recorded my first Twitch live stream. Whew. And I've been doing a lot of eating out of advent calendars today. If you're on Patreon, you probably saw me eat out of this good old-fashioned chocolate, fair trade chocolate. I may add Divination or Advent Oracle Advent calendar that I used as an oracle today. This was a special bonus for my Patreon subscribers, and I very much love that crowd, and I'm very thankful for you too. But on Twitch, I just finished eating a lot of cheeses that were about this size that came out of this glorious little advent calendar from Aldi. Cheese is my full-time job, if you don't already know. It's about 7 years to the day that I first earned my certification in specialty cheese so that I can work as a cheesemonger at various and sundry grocery stores across the US of A. Now, what I did with the mini cheese calendar to use as a divination tool on Twitch was I ate one cheese for each of the 8 sectors of the Wheel of the Year. I used my book, Creative Divination, Read Tea Leaves and Develop Your Personal Code, as the guideline, because there's an exercise in there where I talk about, hey, you can divide the cup into 8 parts and use that to determine what you see in there and how it associates to your year ahead. So really this is kind of cool because it gives us a glimpse at 2020, starting with Yule, which you may know begins around December 20th. So I went with window number 1. Haha. And what I decided I saw there was this shape that reminded me of a dove. So expect for that first month or so to embody the idea of the dove, whatever that means to you in your life, but the common symbology is associated with peace. And that's a beautiful little association for that time of year. Number 2 is associated with February 2nd to March 19th, and it's kind of cool. It looked like it was like the bottom of the Christmas tree that was part of the image on the advent calendar, and I focused on the part that looks like a target up top. So I made a note that target is the symbol for about February 2nd to March 19th. So staying on top of your goals is going to be something that will be a recurring theme in that time period. For Ostara or Easter, I was very drawn to how this little snowflake looks like a 0 or an egg. So it was, again, very fitting for the time of year. Synchronicity, right? So I wrote that the symbol for that time period is egg or new beginnings. What follows is May 1st or Beltane. And for me, I saw the 6-pointed star. It reminded me of the 6 that resonates for me, as I'm a number 6 in numerology, to the lovers in the tarot decks. So that's the major arcana component to the number 6. Also the number 4, I didn't mention this on Twitch, but the number 4, especially with the 4 of Wands, which is a favorite card, always indicates harmony, whether it's read as a reversal card or upright. So yeah, harmony and the lovers and choice are the key ideas behind May 1st to approximately June 19th, my granddad's birthday. And for that, about June 19th to, August 1st, this is what came up. And I saw this and it reminded me of the My Little Pony character Rarity. And she stands for the power of generosity. So, generosity to me is the theme for the time between June 19th to August 1st, 2020. Which brings us to part 6 of 8 for the Wheel of the Year. And that is this. I got a little caught up in that phrase, nutty and delicious, good, got caught off. And I like the little pattern of stars down below it that are just kind of floating. Oh, a little like Tinkerbell floated by now that I look at it. But I was also very drawn to that star up top that also has a little bit of help from a star kind of near it. Maybe that star is actually Venus. Exposition right now. I guess I'm on a theme for love tonight. So for me, I interpreted that one as shine and be delicious, because the phrase nutty and delicious came out, and of course, if nobody appreciates your nuttiness, they're not going to appreciate your deliciousness. Then the 7th one, I feel like I kind of got more into my groove because I could see how tying up loose ends was the theme here. I've got it backwards. Those two red bits just kind of felt like they needed to be tied up, coming together. Also, I talked about how ing verbs, come here, where are you? Yeah, ing verbs are things that we kind of resist as writers, as journalists. They're not as powerful as verbs that are not gerunds, that don't have that ing dangling at the end. Dangling. So, tying loose ends is the theme that I assigned for Maven, or the period between about September 21st to November 1st, which those of you who are even less pagan than I am, and I'm about this pagan because I've been, remiss in a lot of things, including this Wheel of the Year. Excuse me. I saw the 8, and it was smack dab in the middle of this little forest, is what I saw, and how it still exists either as the lemniscate or the infinity symbol, or as a number 8, and it kind of floats out of space. Ooh. So I talked about that a little bit, and suddenly the phrase infinite growth popped out of my mouth. That's, to me, how divination works, is you see stuff, it's like scrying. That's what tea leaf reading is. You're just scrying, you're looking at things, and you get a little warmed up, and suddenly it kind of flows through you, just like if you're writing a poem. So that was my experience in a nutshell. I will say that my favorite of the cheeses in this little cheese advent calendar was far and away the last one, which was tomato and olive Gouda. Yeah. And I believe I said something along the lines of there are a lot of olives that are stuffed with cheese, but I believe that cheeses should more often be stuffed with olives. I will stand by that statement. That's how ardently I feel about olives and cheese and blue cheese stuffed olives. Yeah. I ardently love them. Earlier today, I had the pleasure of making that chocolate advent calendar oracle video with my friend Renmelian, and she insisted that I have an outro song since I had an intro song. I was a little more prepared this time. So, thank you very much for being here, and I like all cheese and I can't deny, well, Limburger ain't that fly, but when a smooth Roquefort with that French sheep taste and rowdy flavors in your face, you get sprung. Let me know about your favorite cheeses, about what you thought I interpreted out of these funky little bits of cardboard. You know, did you think I scried it properly? What would your interpretations have been? Do you look forward to your own wheel of the year ahead? And like, I'm really interested how you predict the year ahead. I also wanted to let you know, as I did that video live stream on Twitch, I made sure to note in my passion planner each of those themes for those time periods. So it'll be cool to see as the year unfolds how accurate or how, you know, these ideas applied. So yeah, I hope to hear from you on any of my social media handles. I appreciate you very much, and thanks for watching, and a special thanks again to Kayla for helping create this video as one of my Patreon subscribers. You also can get early YouTube access and shoutouts by backing me on patreon.com/TabithaDial. Please go forth and create your fate. Happy holidays and an even happier 2020.